So in this recipe, we're going to be making some delicious peri peri chicken thighs, which we are going to be serving up with some aromatic rice and veggies. And also, we're going to be making some delicious, truly worth trying chicken gravy, which is going to be so good. We're going to start off by making our rice, and I have a few ingredients for making my very aromatic rice. I have a cup of long grain basmati rice because we're going to be making a recipe for two. I have some fennel seeds, cumin seeds, black peppercorns, and cardamom pods, which are going to make the rice very flavorful. So I'm going to pick a pot, and I've been soaking my rice for around 10 minutes, so I'm ready to cook. Place over medium flame and add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. As the oil is heating up, you're going to add in half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a few black peppercorns, and 5 cardamom pods. Immediately you add in the whole seeds to the cooking oil. They're going to get very aromatic. So once you catch that popping sound, you're going to add in your drained rice. Add in 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir in the salt, and the rice at this point is very delicate because we have been cooking for 10 minutes. So don't stir in too much because the rice is going to break into tiny pieces. So I'm going to let the rice toast for around 1 to 2 minutes while I pick a bowl. And for the next recipe, we're going to be making some delicious peri peri chicken, which is going to be so good. So I have around 4 pieces of chicken thighs, which are nice and clean. I have some coriander, onions, garlic, butter. Also, I have a couple of spices, which you're going to find listed in the description box down below. So I'm going to pick my butter because my rice is perfectly toasted, and add in a teaspoon. Let me tell you, the butter is going to add in so much flavor to the rice because, yeah, to get that nice buttery taste. And this is how your rice is supposed to be looking after perfectly toasting. So I'm going to add in 2 cups of water. You're going to cook your rice for around 4 to 5 minutes, and once the water is fully absorbed, you're going to cover and let the rice simmer over low flame for around 5 minutes or until it's fully cooked. Now, into my mixing bowl, I'm going to be adding in my chicken thighs. And because I said the recipe is for 2 people, each person is going to get 2 chicken thighs. So next, I'm going to squeeze in a teaspoon of lemon juice, which is going to bring out all the flavors. Add in half a teaspoon of paprika, garlic powder, and peri peri seasoning, and a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. Then next, I'm going to add in some Worcestershire sauce, around 5 dashes, with a bit of salt. The peri peri seasoning is going to add in a kick of spiciness, which is so good. I absolutely love spicy food. And also, the paprika and garlic powder is going to add in lots of flavor. This is how your chicken thighs should be looking like. Well seasoned and ready to cook. So if you have time, you can marinate for around 15 to 20 minutes. And if you have some extra time, marinate overnight, and the chicken is going to be very flavorful. But because this is for my lunch, I'm just going to get straight into it. And we are going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil over medium flame into your pan. So I'm going to place in my chicken skin side down on the pan. Stir your chicken for around a minute, then you're going to flip and just see how crispy the skin is looking and that gorgeous here. Once in a while, go for spice shopping and buy incredible spices that are very flavorful, such as the peri peri seasoning. Whenever I go to the supermarket, I always go to the aisle with the spices and shop for any weird or any spices that I've never used. Come experiment, and once I notice that the spice is so good, yeah, I always show you how to make incredible dishes using the spice. My chicken is a little bit fatty, which I don't mind because I can see that the chicken has rendered a little bit more fat. So after around a minute of searing, whoo, looking so good and delicious. Just look at that. I reduced the flames to medium low and cook the chicken for a further 2 minutes. So this is how it's looking. I'm going to transfer to a plate. I'm salivating because the chicken is looking so delicious. Into the same cooking oil, I'm going to be adding in 1 medium onion. The oil is very flavorful because we seared the chicken and the chicken juices, so it's very flavorful. And also all the spices are drained into the cooking oil, so yeah, it's full of flavor. So you're going to saute your onions for around a minute or so until the onion gets a lovely golden color, and this is going to add in a very nice onion flavor to the dish. Add in garlic, then cook until the kitchen is smelling amazing. Once the onions and garlic is ready, you're going to add in a chicken stock cube, which is going to add in more chicken flavor to the dish. Break it down, and then you're going to add back your chicken. Stir in your chicken, and all the nice flavors from the garlic and onions is going to infuse together with the chicken, and the chicken is cooked halfway. So now it's time to add in a splash of water, which is going to help us cook the chicken for another 5 to 6 minutes, making a total time of around 12 to 15 minutes. This is how my rice is looking, and as you can see, it's perfectly cooked. I'm going to taste. So delicious because it has a very nice buttery taste, and all the whole spices have made the rice so good. So I'm going to cover. On to the next dish, which is going to be some sauteed green beans and carrots. And I have chopped up a bunch of green beans and some carrots, which are going to add in some veggies to our meal. So I'm going to pick a knob of butter, that is a teaspoon, which is melting. Add in a tiny bit of cooking oil, which is going to stop the butter from burning. I'm cooking my green beans and carrots over medium low flame. So once the butter is fully melted, we're going to add in the chopped up green beans and carrots. I'm using unsalted butter, so I'm going to add in some salt to season my green beans. Check on my chicken, and it's been cooking for a while now. In between, you're going to flip so that the chicken can cook. Woo! Let's look at that color. The chicken is looking incredible. So now that the sauce has reduced, check on my green beans, which you're going to be cooking for around 2 to 3 minutes. Don't overcook because the green beans and carrots are going to lose the crunch and then they're going to look very dull, which you don't want. I love when my veggies are crunchy because they add in some texture to your mouth and also they don't lose the taste. Back to my green beans, and it's been around 2 minutes and they're looking well cooked. So I'm going to put out the flames. Yes, it's that fast. Then I'm going to pick a plate where I'm going to transfer my chicken because it's ready. Woo! Yes. Yummy, yummy. For the final touch, I'm going to be making a very delicious sauce. So into a pan, you're going to add in a quarter cup of all-purpose flour. That is 2 tablespoons of flour. Cook the flour for around a minute, and this is going to take away the raw flour taste. Don't worry if your flour is not all in shape. All you have to do is add in milk at a time, a small amount of milk at a time while stirring in until you have a thick and luscious sauce. After thinning out your gravy, this is how it's going to be looking. As you can see, it's nice and flowing. If you notice that it's a little bit thick, you can add in some more milk. So I'm going to check the seasoning. Very delicious. So I'm going to add in a touch of more seasoning by crushing in a beef seasoning cube, which is going to add in lots of flavor. And as you can see, I'm using medium low flame to cook the gravy. If you use high flame, it's going to burn, and we don't want that. My chicken has been resting for around 5 minutes, so it's quite juicy, and I'm ready to serve. Yum. Once done making your gravy, place a plastic wrap on top so that it doesn't form a film on top. And if you're going to be storing the remaining gravy, place in an airtight container and keep it in the fridge for up to a week. And let me tell you, you can add the gravy to any protein dish and it's going to be amazing. So this is how I presented my chicken, peri peri, thighs, my rice, veggies. Everything is looking totally amazing and I'm ready to dig in. So once you try out this recipe, it's going to be 11/10 because yeah, everything is just fantastic.